Welcome to this visual guide for Kingdom of Ash, the epic conclusion to the Throne of Glass series. In this video, I want to make this final book easier to actually see while you read. There are no plot spoilers here, but you will hear names, places, and bits of visual lore from the book. So, if you want to go in totally blind, this video is not for you. And if you are looking for my visual guides for the earlier books, I'll leave some in the description. With that out of the way, buckle up. Okay, let's start with the big picture. This book is snow, mud, ash, torn banners, black armor, and blood on white ground. The sky is usually gray. The land is open and exposed. Armies are marching across frozen plains. Cities are waiting for siege, and even the victories look tired. I imagine a Cold War landscape in Terrasen, with the sense that everything is narrowing toward one final stand. But let's first zoom in on a tiny space. Aelin begins the book in an iron coffin inside a stone temple on a small island in the middle of a roaring river. She's isolated, stripped down, and exposed to the sound of rushing water all the time. In my head, the island is little more than wet rock and dark stone rising out of mist, with the temple sitting there like a place built to remove a person from the rest of the world. Inside, you have firelight, iron, and that coffin against the wall. I hope you've seen enough, 'cause we're getting out of here. Orynth is the main Terrasen stronghold to picture. It sits with the Staghorns behind it, and the plain of Theralis spread before it. It was meant to be a city of defense. The walls are white stone, but by this point, they are no longer clean and bright. They are stained and worn as they're being sieged. The city feels old, proud, and under pressure. A place where people are moving supplies, manning gates, climbing battlements, and trying not to show their fear. Then there is Morath, with its black towers and evil skyline. But what's interesting is hidden under it. Deep below Morath is Erawan's old tomb, now broken open, with shelves carved into the stone around it, holding weird stone collars. This kinda turns the castle into a laboratory, a tomb, and a prison site all at once. Underground rooms, eerie light, the sense that you are standing too close to something old and bad. Then the scale shifts, and we arrive at Anielle. This is no fairy tale city of gleaming white marble. It's a grim, unforgiving fortress built purely for endurance and war, its heavy gray stones carved level by level into the barren, snow-dusted slopes of the White Fang Mountains. From its towering battlements, the view is a stark winter wasteland, the mirror-flat expanse of the Silver Lake, and a sprawling plain dotted with bubbling, steaming hot springs. The atmosphere is biting and oppressive, dominated by a constant looming threat wedged high in the peaks above the city, a colossal, ancient stone dam barely holding back a roaring river. The tension here is absolute, with the fortress caught between that precarious wall of water from above and the endless black army of Morath gathering on the steaming plains below. Now, let's have a look at Doranelle, the city of rivers, and Maeve's seat of power. Hidden deep within a mighty river basin, it appears as a pristine, deceptive paradise. Twin stone bridges offer the only paths over the roaring waters and into the city, leading to ancient, winding streets where pink and blue flowers drape from every shuttered windowsill. Below them, narrow canals wend through the city, ferrying bright longboats. On the eastern edge, right along the lip of a massive, thundering waterfall, sits a towering palace of elegant domes and pale columns. But this serene beauty is a terrifying illusion. Just beyond the city's magical veil, stretching across the rolling hills and dark plains, lies an encamped immortal Fae army of unprecedented size. their countless campfires covering the dark terrain like an endless blanket of stars. Let's move to the characters. Aelin's visual journey begins in unimaginable darkness. We see her enduring horrific captivity, painfully thin, barefoot and clad only in a sleeveless white shift. Her face is completely concealed by a heavy, suffocating iron mask locked around her head to smother her fire. Prince Rowan Whitethorn is a predator pushed to the brink. Hunting relentlessly across brutal winter landscapes, his normally immaculate clothing is heavily stained. In quiet moments, he reveals the harsh tattoos snaking down his face, neck, and arm. King Dorian Haviliard journeys through the bitter winter, armed with the ancient sword Damaris. He still bears a pale scar around his throat from the Valg collar, a grim reminder of his past. Now, he explores his raw magic to shift his appearance, such as taking the form of a raven. Manon's aesthetic turns rugged and wild as she hunts in the unforgiving mountains. She is cloaked in shaggy white goat pelts against the bitter winter, with her trusted sword Windcleaver strapped to her back. General Aedion is the battered shield of the north. Worn down by endless winter warfare, he fights covered in mud and the pale furs of Terrasen. Instead of his legendary sword, he now bears his father's ancient, deeply scarred round metal shield. Lysandra is the terrifying vanguard of Terrasen's forces. Fighting as a colossal ghost leopard, armored in custom light metal plating over her chest and flanks. Lord Chaol Westfall returns to the continent forever changed. He now commands while leaning upon a polished ironwood cane or seated in a finely crafted wheeled chair. Yrene is the blinding light against the encroaching shadows. A healer of unmatched skill, she walks the chaotic front lines with quiet courage. The Fey Queen Maeve remains a picture of chilling elegance. She observes her captives and the unfolding war, clad in sweeping purple or sheer black gowns. Erawan has discarded his former vessel for a form that is dangerously beautiful. The Valg King now appears as a striking young man with golden hair and glowing golden eyes, his immaculate tailoring contrasting with the utter darkness of his keep. We then turn to Lorcan Salvaterre, the notoriously lethal immortal warrior. Beneath his harsh exterior and the terrifying dark wind he commands, he is a man forced into a grueling journey. Walking closely by his side is the mortal Elide Lochan. Though she appears delicate, cloaked in the oversized, weathered garments of her Fey companions to hide her frame, and burdened by a heavy limp, Elide possesses a fiercely sharp mind. Together, they navigate carefully, forced to hide their true identities to survive. The battlefield introduces devastating new weapons and ancient relics. The Witch Towers are 100-foot-tall, mobile siege structures, constructed from dark weirdstone, dragged across the earth by chained wyverns with clipped wings. Their hollow cores are lined with curved mirrors, designed to amplify a witch's sacrificial explosion into a massive blast of black-tinted light. Opposing them are the Mycenian fire lances, heavy metal contraptions carried by scarf-masked foot soldiers that spew plumes of white-hot flame to melt Valg armor and flesh. Amidst this war, two legendary items reappear: the crown of Mab, crafted from silver and pearl into upswept swan wings, encircled with diamond spikes that shimmer like captured moonlight, and the King's Flame crystal, which perfectly entombs a single red and orange flower blossom inside a playing card-sized block of glass, radiating an internal ruby glow. The world is also populated by secretive beings and shape-shifting nightmares. The Valg princesses now inhabit the bodies of the Kharankui, ancient Stygian spiders the size of horses, with pitch-black bodies, clicking pincers, and clusters of soulless black eyes. They can shift into small, unremarkable pale-skinned women with tangled dark hair, though their deception is betrayed by their depthless eyes and hands that constantly twitch to mimic their true pincers. In stark contrast to these monsters are the little folk, tiny and highly elusive creatures that camouflage perfectly into their ancient environments. They appear with pale skin, pitch black skin, or glistening scales, revealing only wide, unblinking eyes and spindly, grayish fingers as they observe the world from behind mossy rocks and sprawling birch branches. So, that is the movie in my head for Kingdom of Ash. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you see the world as you read. If you like these kinds of videos, bless your algorithm with a like and subscribe. See you next time!